So joining the conversation now is the Ogun Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Umar Ahmed, will be joining us now. Good morning, sir. Are you there?
Yeah, good morning, TVC.
Yes, good to have you on the show with us. So we've been discussing with the engineer Adida Malakuti of the Ministry of Works and Housing concerning the work the FRSC is doing, especially on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway corridor, where the traffic is concentrated on. Could you give us some kind of insight in what you know, what's being done to ease traffic along that corridor?
Okay, thank you. Actually, it has been quite hectic for the FRC and other collaborating agencies in the traffic management along that corridor. While the construction works lasted, it has not been easy. The slow movement of vehicles coupled with route violations, that is people following one way, both motorcycles and motor vehicles. It was extremely very, very challenging for all of us. But we thank God now that the works have come to completion by the Julius Berger, and I must give them that commendation. I give kudos to Julius Berger and the Federal Ministry of Works for meeting up the target. In fact, they promised on or before 15th of December, and they have delivered before the 15th of December. It's very commendable. I must commend the Federal Ministry of Works and the Julius Berger for that effort. Thank you.
I think there's a miscommunication.
One of the difficulties experienced during the works happening on that road is that, you know, people go against traffic. As the federal roads...
Let us address
the miscommunication.
Let's be, so we're all on the same page.
Yes.
Because the sector commander is saying they've completed. The sector commander, we have the Ministry of Works here. And he's also telling us that they have extended the completion to March 2023. So it's not completed. I know it's a very nice thing to say that they've completed. They have not completed. And it's okay. We're trying to see how to ease the traffic, because while we're waiting till March for completion, we're transferring ease. So nobody completed anything. Go ahead, Nima.
Okay. I was asking that, you know, as the people managing traffic on that road, how is it possible that you allow people, I would make these allegations, people who have police details attached to them, people who have military, wearing military uniform, start a one-way that, you know, encourages other people abuse traffic rules on that road while construction is happening?
I can say this is a wrong allegation. We don't encourage people in uniform to commit route violations.
Allow? How do you allow them?
We don't allow them. We don't allow anybody to commit route violation on that road. What happened is, if they come with their force of strength against our boys, we just have to stand down to disallow any possible fracas between the agencies. You understand?
Yeah.
Based on esprit de corps. But we don't allow. When we are...
So do you catch anybody? Do you make examples of anybody so that to deter?
Yes, we did. I personally made arrests of police escorts. Again, the Commissioner of Police did same several times. I have the video clips, but I don't want to show it so as to avoid any rancor. But we have made arrests of uniformed personnel doing that. Again, the Commissioner of Police several times, when he's on transit on that route, he stopped to walk, turned people back, or even made some arrests. So it's not that we encourage people to commit route violation.
Right. Okay.
Okay. I just want to know, Christmas season is here, and we understand that that road will be even more busy during this period. And I would like to find out what plans you have as the work is yet to be completed.
Yes. On this note, I must start by commending the federal government and the acting commercial, Dauda Ali Diu, Federal Safety Co National Headquarters, for empowering Ogun State FRC with more logistics and personnel. If you observe very well, you will find that there is very high visibility of the FRC along that corridor. Recently, 10 new vehicles were injected on that section of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway alone. From Ogumaki, that is our border with Oyo State, Onigari up to Karaopik, 10 new vehicles were injected onto that expressway. And this has increased FRC visibility greatly. And within a space of interval of 7 kilometers from Onigari up to Karaopik, you will find FRC team on both sections, both inward and outward Lagos. So this is a great development. That is one. Secondly, we are also synergizing with other security agencies. Now that the road is open, to mitigate against cases of speeding on that road. Because during the construction exercise, there was no movement of vehicles there, and we recorded minimal number of crashes. But now that the road is open and very good, people will be prompted by the goodness of that road to speed. So we're synergizing with other.
Hello, sir. Okay, I think we lost the connection with our core Commander. I'll come to you, Commander Omar Ahmed from the FRSC. We'll try to link up with him a bit later. Okay, sir, based on what he has just told us, Nigerians somewhat have an idea what the issue is. Because when he came on, he was saying us with confidence that you've completed, and was giving you kudos, the federal government, Julius Berger, fantastic work we've done. And what that communicates to me as a Nigerian is that that's part of the problem. The information you are getting, the feedback you're getting concerning what is actually going on may not be totally accurate, because they say the things you want to hear, the things that is automated in their system, like, oh, it's completed, fantastic, kudos to all of you, you're doing a fantastic job. But the truth is that the people are suffering. So I think that is feedback to you, and I'd like to maybe something you can take back, where back in the day when we knew former Governor Fashola, we would see him on the road with his things, you know, almost commanding traffic. So maybe we need the ministry or the people like you to come to the ground, see for yourself. So when they're giving you reports, you know that they've not cordoned off certain roads. People are still, there's a lot of congestion, there's a lot of insecurity on that road. People are suffering. So when you see the reality on ground, maybe you can better advise on what should be done, because it's clear there's a miscommunication between the FRSC, maybe Julius Berger, and yourself. Could you help us address that a bit?
Yeah, thank you
How do you
very
respond
much.
to that?
There is no issue around that. Let me start by responding to what the question Miriam threw up. Like, we just had our Ember Month briefing just on Thursday last week, and then we clarified that issue. On all our roads, we've already, like, we're able to, we even invited FRSC, we invited Ritian, we invited NATO, and then, of course, FEMA and all the people, all the other stakeholders. So, like, during this period of Ember Months, we've already directed our contractors and our field officers to ensure that there is, you know, all the palliative, where palliative works need to be carried out are carried out. Okay. And a part of the Ember Months program is for us to shut down sites on the 15th of December, not to open up new sections that cannot be completed before 15th of December, and then wherever we are, ensure that people, all the barriers on the road are removed so that our people can have, you know, smooth ride during the Ember Months. And then, you see, so like I also mentioned to you that there is a corridor commander on this Lagos Ibadan that has been given that job of overseeing Lagos Ibadan itself. That is his own job.
So we'll get.
And we, from time to time, we work together. He's a major stakeholder.
So he's the right person to give us feedback on that corridor.
Yeah, yeah.
That's Mr. Kennedy Hamzat. Okay.
Yes, he knows because he works with us. We work together. We carry out all the necessary things. We take decisions together.
Okay.
And so for us, by something we are supposed to have concluded, maybe we are already looking at 15th of December. Now, by today, we should be opening up all those areas. Like we did last week, a week ago, this section from Old Toll Gate, that 7-up area, up to Tedola Bridge, when it was completed up to Binder Course, rather than us waiting for 15th of December, we opened it up. Okay. And you can't see any traffic on that stretch again. Same thing is going to apply to this stretch. Okay. instead of us to wait, rather than wait for Thursday, 15th of December, now that we have completed it, and we do not want to open up any new section that will not be able to complete by Thursday. So we are going to open up all those areas. And then, of course, we will ensure that, road traffic signs are installed at strategic locations to ensure that our people, have a seamless drive.
We still have the Ogun State Sector Commander of the FRSC, Umar Ahmed, with us. But before we come to the question for you, Mariam was going to take a story.
Okay.
Concerning
Yes, so I had taken the story this morning in The Sun, where it was reported that the Commissioner of Police in Enugu State had asked the police officers to be confined in their barracks until further notice. And the police command, the Enugu State Police Command, has sent in a rejoinder. It says, a purported viral order asking police personnel in Enugu State to leave their duty post and remain confined to barracks is unfounded, false, misleading, and an act of mischief intended to cause panic. And so the CP has enjoined citizens to disregard the baseless report, reiterates the command's commitment to professionally discharge its duty. Okay. And this was signed by DSP Daniel Ndukwe, ANI PR, Police Public Relations Officer, Enugu State Command, State Headquarters, GRA, Enugu.
Okay, fantastic. So you had a question for the sector commander, right?
It's a joint question I'll quickly do with Engineer Kuti here. So I was worried when you said that you don't really have a problem with, assistant agencies that are also working on that road. That bothers me because I'd expect that just not only are you people working together, you're also like checking excesses of each other. There are strong allegations of corruption happening and worsening the hardship going on that road in the sense that people get paid to allow the one-ways happen. The sector commander, I will still ask him on, the same question, but what are you doing that, to check these excesses and even report them so that we know for sure that, they are working?
Can I start with the sector commander to answer that, then I'll come to you first. Sector commander, did you get the anonymous question, please? Corruption.
Yes, I got the question.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. You see, this allegation of corruption is baseless. It's false.
If you see an evidence in video, sir.
It's false. What I told you, yes, I have the videos of where we enforce against route violation by uniformed personnel. So it's not that we condone it or encourage it in any way. You understand? And you should also know that FRC operates only at certain times from 6 a.m. in the morning to 6 p.m. in the evening, where we withdraw back to base from active duty unless there's an emergency that we respond to promptly after that hour. So maybe, perhaps, this misdemeanor occur within that period when the FRC was not actively on routine patrol. It may not be ruled out. That is my take on that.
All right. So would you like to address?
Yeah, this is an allegation I'm just hearing for the first time. And I don't want to use the word I show you now. I will investigate it and then take it up with the CP as well as the FRSC. Because we do not want, because part of the problem on that road has to do with people who drive against traffic. Yes. And once you go, like, we tell them whatever way, it's a moving traffic we have on that road. And no matter what, I did a simple arithmetic the other time, that if you are driving within a construction zone at the speed of 30 kilometers per hour, 30 kilometers per hour on your car, within a very short period, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you should be out of that place. So, but the issue we have been facing there is that when people drive against traffic or as they are getting to the diversion area, you don't want to give way to the other person. And once there is any little brush, it creates one form of problem or the other. And before you know what is happening, you have a tailback of, towards the other end. And then from there, it results in a lot of delays and gridlock. So for us, those who even, encourage this kind of a thing, will investigate it and then see what can be done. I will tell you that we'll see how there can be an improvement.
Okay, so Can I ask? Okay, so I mean, FRSC has just opened a, explained to us that the active duty closes at about 6 p.m. And earlier I spoke to you about the season and how traffic is even worse during this time. So since we know that they close at 6 p.m., we know Nigerians will take advantage of that time to even be more unruly. During your meetings for the Ember month preparation, can you put in place some form of activity by FRSC and police during the 6 p.m. to morning period to protect commuters and also to make sure that there's still better flow of traffic during the evening and night period?
One thing is that once the barriers are removed, today, you won't see this gridlock again.
Okay.
And then we'll still be in touch with the CP. We're always in touch. He calls me regularly, and we review activities on that road. So wherever we need to call me, we'll call. But once the barriers are removed today,
okay, so let me be sure, because Nigerians understand. December 15th, the barriers will be removed.
Today, not
Today. Yeah, today is 12th too. Are you sure?
Yeah, it was supposed to be December 15th.
But
because we have now completed the job up to the binder course, rather than waiting till Thursday,
okay.
So
the binders removed today.
So we can even celebrate that part.
You can go
once
ahead.
it is removed today, you are saying there'll be free flow of traffic.
Sure.
So we can call you tomorrow.
Yeah.
If
Right?
there isn't.
On the show.
Sure.
If it's not removed, we'll get our people to go there today.
No problem.
Okay, Nima, go ahead.
Okay, so I wanted to
Hold
talk
me
about
for
this almighty tunnel that people had to start resorting to due to traffic. They said the boys dug this tunnel. Did you see this tunnel during construction? What do you plan to do about it? The one that was later flooded. What do you plan to do about it? How does it affect your work?
You see, the issue is that we are on this corridor, Lagos-Ibadan. All these going towards this other area, you see, they do not form part of the road. And apart from that, those areas, you have gas pipeline along that area. So when people tell us, give us alternative route, give us this, give us that, I cannot divert vehicles, on areas where you have gas pipeline. It's not possible.
So those
and
that
our
find
people
that
are
they
just
can
taking unnecessary risk. So all those areas, we have gas pipeline there, and it does not form part of the road. So everybody, we urge them to be very patient. Even when we resume our work, just be very patient. Don't drive, be disciplined. You learn discipline, don't drive against traffic. Whatever issue that we have, it's going to be a moving traffic. Okay. And of course, wherever you have construction area, construction zone, the allowable speed is 30 kilometers per hour.
Right. I have to let you go, but let me just round up with our Ogun State Sector Commander. So we have to wrap up. There's the issue of insecurity that Nima raised earlier that I'd like you to just touch on a bit more, especially in the evenings. So I know FRSC closes at 6 p.m., but once the roads are cordoned off, how do you help guarantee the free flow of traffic in that corridor, especially after your men have closed? What are you doing to work with the Nigerian police to make sure it's done?
When you see the fact of opening the road, removing all the barriers, is an enough assurance that there's going to be very free and smooth flow of traffic. Then secondly, even while we are not actively on duty, we have standby tow trucks and towing vehicles. In case of any obstruction on the road, we respond promptly to come and remove those obstructions. And of course, in case of any crash, whatever, we respond adequately and swiftly to remove those obstructions and take the victims to the nearest medical center for treatment. So this, I assure you, to borrow the words of my brother, I can assure you there is no problem. Even if we are actively on patrol there, our presence is ever felt on that corridor.
Thank you very much, sir. It was a pleasure having you on the show. Let me let you go at this time. We've just speaking with the Ogun State Sector Commander, Umar Ahmed.
Thank you.
Sir, before I wrap up, I mean, it's important for us to give you this feedback as a people. The government lingo, of, I can assure you, or the people are not, and there's a phrase they use, no one will encourage criminality. Absolutely. No, you're not supposed to encourage criminality, but it happens. And that's why it's part of the job of government to ensure it doesn't happen. Nigerians, you see, what I would have liked to see is when Nigerians are passing that road, there's the picture effect. There's something pictorial of, okay, this is what the road, these are the areas we cordon off, this is the legal, so people know. You see, once we have information, they're not animals. They'll definitely go. But once there's nobody telling us where to go, people just take the initiative and go on those gas pipeline areas. They shouldn't go. So we would like you to understand that government agencies have a government lingo. They talk that they know that you want to hear. So because of that, please try to be more available, more present, where you're not just getting feedback, but you are there to observe, hand out that empirical evidence of what's going on, so you can now better advise on what to do. Maybe that's another way of helping the situation. I have to go, sir.
Thank you very much. But let me just state
Please.
this.
Yes.
Let me just state this, that as far as Lagos Ibadan is concerned,
Yes.
there is nobody who does not know that this is the expressway.
Yeah.
But our people, take it upon themselves because they are in a hurry. You want to go on, you create another alternative road for yourself.
Yeah.
You see, so once we have a road, and then of course, it's no longer news that the road is under construction. And of course, when you are getting to the construction area, there is very likelihood that you have to slow down. So our people, we want to appeal to them,
Right.
once again, to continue to obey traffic rules,
Yeah.
be lane discipline. We shall get there. On this note, I want to wish them a very Merry Christmas and a very
Happy-
prosperous
the first person to
2023.
Thank
Drive safely. And then, of course, once the barriers are removed, please don't drive above 100 kilometers per hour.
And government, don't
Thank you
change
so
March
much.
2023
Don't
to
change.
December 2023. We're not here. We'll carry placard on
This
you.
road will be commissioned by this administration.
Not here.
By the grace
That's
of God.
all we can take on this segment.